Great. So hi, everyone. Welcome to our Juice Plus Freedom Revolution event. My name is Sarah, and I'll be hosting tonight along with Tabitha and Julie. So we are really here in order to network with mission-driven people on the topic of family health. So you have been invited because Tabitha respects you and would love for you to know what we have been up to. So this will be relaxed and fun. You will not have to buy or sign up for anything. We're just going to share some quick information and stories, and we hope you enjoy listening, and perhaps you will think of someone in your life who needs to hear this message. So thank you all for coming. So to kick it off, I'd like to ask you a question. Would you agree, by a show of hands, that being healthy can be challenging in this world that we live in? Everyone agrees. It's amazing. Yes, we'd all love to look good, feel good, and live a really long life. But we know it's our job to try and make this happen. Unfortunately, it can be complicated, unpleasant, and for some of us, just downright confusing with all the latest crazes and diet fads and all these things that come out. So that's where we come in. I'd like to introduce you to a movement called the Healthy Living Revolution. Tabitha, Julie, and I, along with thousands of others, are part of a unique community where together we are taking our health back in ways that are simple, doable, and really fun. So the goal of the Healthy Living community is to come alongside families and individuals who want better health, meet them where they're at, and empower positive changes along the way. So let me take you through three of the ways that we do this. So the first is through free resources, the second is nutritional support, and third is the organization that really makes all of this possible. So first we'll talk about the free resources. So the team at the Healthy Living Revolution has created a selection of fantastic resources that's accessible to anyone. We have a cookbook of clean and easy recipes. These actually come out 4 times a year. There's short webinars on trending health topics, a home fitness series, and our Start Strong program, which is designed to raise up a generation of active, healthy children with a positive body, mind image, and really good nutritional habits. So if you want to take a look at any of these resources, Tabitha, after our call tonight, she'll send you a link to our website, and you can just take a look at the free resources that we have. So the second way that we're committed to helping others is through nutrition, which is the foundation of good health. We have to flood our bodies with the most important foods we could ever eat, which are raw fruits, vegetables, and berries. These are not just good for you, they are absolutely critical. Did you know that we're supposed to eat a wide variety of 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day, but almost no one does? So think about it. How many days in the past week have you gotten in 9 to 13 servings of fruits, veggies, and berries? I will not ask you to raise your hand, but just think back on your week and how your diet has been. So even the best eaters, we all need help. And that's why we're so thankful to offer the nutritional support of something called Juice Plus. So what is this stuff I'm talking about? Basically, it is 30 different raw, vine-ripened whole foods. It is non-GMO, and it's NSF certified to be pure. We really like to call it a salad jar in a capsule. So right here is one of our blends. There's 3 blends that we have. The first is the fruit. So this contains, 10 different fruits that you would eat every single day. The next we have our vegetables. So for those who don't like to eat kale or spinach or broccoli, or might have children or grandchildren who don't, this is a great way to get it into our bodies. Third is our berry blend. So this is all of those deep, dark, antioxidant-rich berries that we should be eating too. It also has artichoke and cocoa in it as well. So it's important to understand the process the plants go through to be encapsulated or to put into a chewable form. So it comes in a capsule and a chew. So first of all the fruits, berries, and veggies are completely vine ripened, which means they remain attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed. This is very different from what we're getting in our grocery stores that's picked weeks before and frozen and shipped across the country or the world so that we can consume it, or even what you're buying at the farmer's market that's picked and then it's, sits around. Because as soon as it's picked off the vine, that nutrition starts decaying. So the fruits and vegetables are then ground up, which is much better than juicing because we use the entire whole food. which includes the peels, the leaves, the seeds, whenever possible. So you get the most nutrition into what you're consuming. So like in an orange, for example, 80% of the vitamin C is actually found in the peel, but most of us are not really eating the peel on a daily basis. So you're missing out on that nutrition. The mixture that comes out of the grinder is then slowly dried at a low temperature to preserve all of the live nutrients, and then it's put either into a capsule or chew, and then you just eat it every day. So what I really love about Juice Plus is that it's scientifically proven. It is the most researched nutritional product in the world, with over 38 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals, with several more on the way in the near future. It's a food, not a vitamin. So maybe you can see this, we'll see. But on the back of the label, you can actually see that it says nutrition facts, not supplement facts. So if this were sold in a grocery store, it would be sold in the produce section versus the multivitamin you might be taking today, which is sold in the supplement section. So it's really, I mean, that label that you see is the same label you would see, you know, on a bag of broccoli that you see at the grocery store. Finally, there's actually no warning label anywhere on the product. So it's safe for people of all ages, pregnant, nursing moms, children, elderly, and even professional athletes. So along with the fruit, berry, and veggie capsules, we actually have another product, which is our Juice Plus Omega Blend. This is made from 6 plant sources, which makes it both sustainable and safe. They contain the full spectrum of naturally occurring omegas, so 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And it's encapsulated using a brand new technology, so none of the oils are damaged. It's actually this and everything we have is totally vegan, gluten, dairy-free, all of that. And this is a really nice if you're taking a fish oil, because everyone knows, you know, the health benefits of fish oil, but the nastiness of the burps that come with it, and also how the fish is grown, and it's really not a sustainable process. Next is the chocolate and vanilla complete. So these are meal, it's actually a complete meal. That's why it's called complete. Comes in chocolate and vanilla. It's vegan, gluten-free, whole food protein. There's amino acids, fruits and vegetables, healthy fats. It makes a great breakfast, post-recovery, or a healthy snack. There's also bars that we have, which are great snacks. There's tart cherry and honey, which is my favorite. Or there's the chocolate and fig, which are other people's favorites. So you could have either one. And then finally is our Tower Garden. So this is a really great way. Chad and Jewel, I don't know where you guys are living, but if you're living somewhere where it's cold and you have a short growing season, the Tower Garden, which you see here, actually allows you to grow aeroponically your own produce year-round, indoors or out. It uses less water, less resources, less space than traditional gardening. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Julie so she can share with you just her story with the Juice Plus products.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sarah. So when I first learned about Juice Plus, I was a stressed out corporate employee working about 60 hours a week and working out 6 days a week, training for a half marathon, and I was exhausted. I literally wanted to crawl under my desk in the afternoon, but instead was going for sugary snack or caffeine to get me through the rest of the day. I had 2 teenagers at the time and my husband, and I considered us to be pretty healthy eaters. I mean, we did eat what I considered, or what I grew up on, 3 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. What I didn't understand was that we were supposed to be eating even more, and that the wide variety of them, you know, was very valuable to our bodies. So my husband has also been on 2 different types of asthma medicines and an acid reflux medicine, and my son had suffered multiple concussions playing ice hockey, and as a result he had residual headaches, and at age 18 we had a doctor tell us he may have to live with them for the rest of his life. So Juice Plus made sense to us because it was food, not a vitamin. Secondly, because it had research behind it. And then thirdly, if my husband and I ate it, my children could get it for free for 4 years. And so it was really a no-brainer. We started it without expectation, was just hoping that we would get more nutrients in our diet, and, you know, maybe down the road it would benefit us. But I was pleasantly surprised within about 4 weeks. I had better digestion. I was recovering faster from my training runs. I had more energy. I wasn't having the sleepy spells in the afternoon. And I ultimately ended up being able to qualify for and run the Boston Marathon, which was something I never had aspired to do, but it was awesome. The bigger blessings for my family are, though, that my son is headache free now. And having been a rebellious teenager, he stopped taking his Juice Plus, and because he didn't think it was doing anything for him. And lo and behold, his headaches came back, and so he went right back on it and has become, a true believer. And my husband is off of all of his medicines. So it's just been a huge blessing for our family, which is, one of the reasons we're here, so we can share it with others. And I'll turn it back over to Sarah.
Great. Thanks, Julie. So my family story is a little bit different than Julie's. I am a mom of 3. I was a mom of 2 at the time, mom of 3, soon to be 4, which is crazy. But so our family was very different. I mean, we were sick constantly. I was always going to the doctor's office, and me too. I mean, so being a mom, trying to take care of my children, feeling horrible all the time was just really hard. And kind of the breaking point for me was when I looked at, the kitchen counter, and there was a different antibiotic for all the 4 people in my family. And I said, we just have to stop. We can't continue living like this. I also realized that I wasn't teaching them what good habits were. I realized there were days that not a single person in my family was eating a fresh fruit or vegetable. And I just knew we had to change. So we started taking Juice Plus. The children loved it. The chews, I used to have to hide the bag from my then 2-year-old because he would eat the entire thing, which honestly was fine because it's just fruits and vegetables. It's not going to hurt him. He would just, spend a lot of time in the bathroom. But they loved them. And so what I noticed quickly over time was my daughter, who suffered from some constipation. That went away right away. The entire family was very regular because we were now getting this nutrition into our bodies. We then went from the always sick family to the family that really never goes to the doctor's office. I remember we went to one of the children's checkups, and the pediatrician said, "We never see you anymore." And I said, "Yeah, because we're healthy all the time." And it was amazing because with our health plan, one visit to the pediatrician was about $250. So it was crazy to think about all this money that was going out just to treat our issues and not really get to the core problem, which was we weren't giving our bodies the nutrition that they needed. So I know, looking at my family, that we will just continue to take this for the rest of our lives. So now we're going to talk about the Freedom Revolution, which is our business community. So the main mission of the Juice Plus company is to bring freedom through improved health. So it's important to know that about 80% of Juice Plus is used by happy customers who have absolutely no affiliation with the company. Serving those customers are those of us who have partnered with Juice Plus as a business opportunity. We are paid well to do a lot of good. So as you listen to our stories, perhaps you'll think of someone in your life who may need to hear what's possible. But first, before we get to our stories, let me address 2 common questions about the company itself. So the company is open to anyone 18 years of age or older. It's called a virtual franchise and means it's only $50 per year to own your own business. Representatives have an online office and a personal website. We can basically run our business from any device, anytime, anywhere. We earn residual income by simply sharing Juice Plus by word of mouth, and the company does the rest. They manufacture the Juice Plus, they deliver, bill, collect from our customers, and then pay us directly through direct deposit monthly. We don't keep any inventory. The only Juice Plus that we have is our own. All commission levels are permanent. There's no quotas, there's no minimums, and we all have the freedom to choose to work on individual pace based upon our lifestyles and our goals. So there is absolutely no glass ceiling on income or territory restrictions, and the company is actually in over 20 countries around the world. So what is so great about the company? It was formed nearly 50 years ago by President and founder Jay Martin, who is still at the helm today. We are a privately held, debt-free, multi-billion-dollar company. There's a family benefits package at the top positions, which includes medical, dental, disability, long-term care, chiropractic, prescriptions, along with college tuition assistance, holiday bonus, and a monthly expense accounts. So this business can really produce short-term cash or can be a long-term wealth building and retirement strategy. One thing that's I think it's very close to a lot of people's hearts who are associated with Juice Plus, is that we inspire healthy living, but also healthy giving as well. So the company is actually headquartered in Tennessee. So we're right next to the St. Jude Hospital. So we're actually the title sponsor of the St. Jude Memphis Marathon weekend, highly involved in Boys and Girls Clubs and Volunteers of America. And then for every adult that uses Juice Plus or purchases Juice Plus, you can actually sponsor a child between 4 and college age to get their Juice Plus for free. So the nice thing is my husband and I both are on Juice Plus. So 2 of our children for 4 years are gifted their Juice Plus from the company for free, which is really amazing. And through that program, we've actually impacted over 1 million families to receive their free Juice Plus. Okay, so Julie, I will pass it over to you at this point so you could just share a little bit about your story.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Sarah. So as I said earlier, I was working 60 hours a week and I did not need another job, nor did I ever want to sell anything in my life. So when I heard about the Juice Plus business, I said no. And then I went to a couple of events and realized what an amazing community of people it was. But I also started to think a little bit more about how my family's journey had impacted us and really started to feel a moral obligation to share it with other people because I wish someone had shared it with me 25 years ago when it came out. So I also thought about the fact that I'd worked for the same company for about 20 years and had lived through probably about 8 layoffs during that time. And I had been a single parent for a period of that time as well. And I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have a plan B. So if I had lost my job, I would have been in a really hard place. So I took a look at, what I needed to do to just start this little business, and it really wasn't much. And there was someone there to help me through everything, which was amazing because, being a busy corporate employee, I mean, that was my main priority. That was what was paying my bills. So I started to build this little business and just realized that I got so passionate about helping people and helping change people's lives that it really quickly became my plan A. And I ended up leaving my corporate job about 4 years ago, and I haven't looked back. And what I love about this, opportunity is the fact that I get to help people like Sarah, who, wants to stay home with her kids and doesn't want to go back to work when her kids are all in school. I also get to help people who don't get paid when they don't work. So some practitioners like a chiropractor and an acupuncturist, when they don't have patients, they don't get paid. And so that's really awesome. But then, the other piece is just helping, people with their health. So it's allowed our family the opportunity to have a lot of flexibility and fun. And I've been able to travel to go see my son up north and go take care of my granddaughters in Georgia. And I was able to live at the beach for a year. We make mortgage payments and car payments with my Juice Plus check. And I am a lot less stressed out than I ever used to be, noted by my son when he came home from school and asked my husband, "What's wrong with my mom?" And he said, "Why?" And he said, "Because she's so happy." So I laugh about it now, but it made me really sad because I thought how, stressed out my kids used to see me and how, I guess, unhappy they thought I was. So anyway, it's a wonderful company, and I love the fact that there's, no quotas or minimums or anything, and we really just share it with people. So anyway, with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Sarah.
Great. Thanks, Julie. So like Julie said, I mean, one of my goals is to be able to stay home with my children. I've been home now for 4 years, and I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that this business fits into my life. I can take phone calls and talk to people while I'm sitting in carpool and reach out to those while I might be sitting on the couch with a child who's taking a nap. So when I first started, I really just wanted to be able to cover my family's product. Like in my story before, I knew that we needed it, but at the time we were living in my parents' house. Like I said, I was pregnant with our third. We were building our brand new house. I had no idea what our budget would look like. And I just said, what, I just need to cover the cost of what we're going to buy, and that's all I ever want to do. And then I realized I was moving along and that I was helping people. My mother was always sick. My father was in chronic pain, and I realized they were feeling better. And I looked at friends of mine whose children wouldn't eat fruits and vegetables, and now they were actually eating them off their plate and they weren't sick anymore. And I said, you know what? I really feel that I need to share this with people. And it was nice too, because after being home for 4 years, I kind of felt that there was a little part of me that had gone to sleep. You know, I liked being mommy Sarah, but I missed that person who went to work and who people, you know, said, wow, you did a great job. And, you know, that project was great. And it was something that I needed. So the community aspect and also, you know, just the business of helping other people was something that kind of awakened in myself. But it wasn't until about a year ago that really the true vision of what this business could be in my life was awakened. So two things really happened. The first was my son, Evan, who is our second. He was severely speech delayed. At 3 years old, he barely said more than 10 words. And so my husband and I decided at that point, you know, we really needed to do something to help him. So we put him into an intensive speech therapy program. He was going 2 and 3 days a week, and it cost about $600 a month to do this. About 3 months in, and you know, it cost us, well, all that money. So 3 months in, I remember I was sitting there and I said to him, as I said to him many times, I said, you know, I love you, buddy. And he said to me for the first time at almost 4 years old, you know, I love you, mommy. And it just, you know, you get goosebumps and you'll never forget that moment. And I realized, you know what, by me helping others and by me saying yes to this business, we were able to provide that for him. A second thing that happened about 2 months later is I was sitting in a chair with my youngest, and my husband walks into the room, and it's Friday morning, and he goes, I was just let go. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, your heart sinks and you're like, what are we going to do? Oh my goodness. And it was hard. You know, fortunately, he was only out of work for a month. But during that time, my Juice Plus paycheck came in a few days after that. And it actually helped us to get through that month without having to dip into our savings. So when I looked at that and I said, you know what, this is something that, like Julie said, I have an obligation to share with people, that people just know this is an option and this is out there. And whether they choose to, you know, wrap their arms around it and come join us is up to them. So that's really, you know, my mission is just to share that with as many people as I possibly can and hope that they'll, you know, join us on and help people to be healthier. So as we close up, I'm going to say a few things, and then Tabitha, I'll ask you just to unmute yourself and just thank your guests for coming. So, well, actually, Tabitha, why don't you go? Why don't you thank your guests, and then I'll close it out.
Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for jumping on. I know every one of you that are on here are like crazy busy. And I'm glad, I appreciate all of you coming. So it's funny, this is kind of the last thing I ever saw myself doing, but if you guys follow me on Facebook, you know I've been busy trying to get my own company started and have gotten it up and running, and found that, like, in working with clients, eating vegetables, like, I fully believe in food healing the body, and it's much better than a lot of the medications out there now, and taking more of the holistic approach. And so a lot of people don't really like those green leafy vegetables and all that stuff. So when Sarah approached me one day, she's like, hey, like, I saw your business card and this makes sense. And once I thought about it, I was like, yeah, this makes perfect sense to try to kind of merge the two and work the two together, especially since I'm trying to get to the point where I'm my own boss and not working a corporate job anymore. So anyway, that's kind of why I invited all of you guys, just kind of share this with you guys. And you've all been special in my lives now and at different points of time in my life. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Tabitha. Okay, so to close us out, really there's 3 things. So the first is, you know, there's people who are kind of ready to take the next step in their health, whether it's to check out the free resources that we have or to make life easier by adding Juice Plus. It only costs a few dollars a day. Children can get it for free, and it's really the simplest, most convenient, and affordable way to get massive amounts of nutrition into our busy lives. Next is anyone wanting to earn a stable residual income in order to expand their options while really making a difference in other people's lives. So the Freedom Revolution gives parents the financial peace of mind to choose mom and dad care instead of daycare. Hardworking professionals can have the choice to build their own dreams instead of working towards the dreams of someone else. College kids can build a good side gig to help pay for school without having to get one of those, bartending or waitress late night jobs. Empty nesters can increase retirement so that there's more than enough to enjoy life and give to future generations. And this all takes place using a simple system within a positive, fun community we like to call the Juice Plus family. So maybe you could ask yourself, who do I know who needs to hear about this? What if Juice Plus could help them? So if you think of someone, we would love for you to let Tabitha know, and then we can share this information with them. And after we're done, like I said before, Tabitha will send you the link to the Healthy Living Revolution website, and you can touch base. So congratulations, Tabitha. It's been a true blast. And at this point, I'll ask Julie to end the recording.